Hey Libras, what's up? It's your girl B Wade and welcome back to my channel, Magnetic Healing Tarot. Today I have a special reading. It's a soul diving reading. As you can see, I wanted to do a little tapping into our energies to see where we're feeling blocked at and where we're really being blocked. All right, so that way we can come into the new year facing some of our deepest issues that's holding us back from the love or the finances that we want, or just whatever lifestyle it is that you're looking for. And I know that these aren't as fun as the love readings sometimes or the general messages, but this is what's really necessary to helping us address our blockages. All right, y'all, so just rock with me and let's get into this reading for real. I was getting some messages when I was meditating before I turned the camera on. Sometimes I get images when I meditate, sometimes I don't. And I was getting this image of a big X, like a big X. And then it had wings, then it grew like these heavenly wings, but everything was still gray, and the X was made of wire or something. So I don't know, something's coming back from the wire, or you've been through the wire with someone. I'm guessing an X because the X was very prominent. And so I'm feeling like in 2022, some of you guys may be repairing things with an X. I don't know if this reading is going to say that, but I do feel like some of you guys have been going around in circles, because when I was shuffling this deck, I kept seeing cards of missing someone, and of wanting to repair things. And so some of you guys could be repairing things. I am getting that for some of you guys, maybe life has been feeling like hell for you and things could just not be going the way that you want them to. All right, but I'm seeing that there is a change that's happening in your environment, or at least it's trying to, and you're kind of resisting it. So if bad things are happening, just ease up and just roll with the punches is what I'm getting. All right, so let's kind of jump into this and see what's happening. I do feel like there is a lot more coming for you guys. There's a lot more that is coming in, especially with this Jupiter going into Pisces. I know I had a Pisces friend who had a Jupiter in Pisces, and I was telling him, this is going to be a very lucrative year for you guys. So if you know that you have a heavy Pisces placement in your chart, I would definitely check that out. Okay, so things are popping out already. I love it. So we're doing, I didn't tell you, we're doing a spread. So it's a 5-card spread to take a look at what your blockages are. Okay, I'm feeling like this is it for you. Yo, if I see the same things, yeah, you're having problems with intimacy right now. You're transforming in regards to how you deal with intimacy, Libras. You're transforming in regards to how you deal with intimacy. That might be the title of this reading, but we're going to see. All right, so I was getting that also for some of you guys. If some of you guys do end up repairing a relationship with somebody from the past in this upcoming year, it's going to lead to a very transitional time period of your life. Your relationship with this person is going to be transformed, I'm hearing, for the good. So let's take a look. This is the first card. These two popped out like this. So yeah, we're just going to let those stay there. So I'm using my Lantern Oracle deck, and I have the book here in case I need to look at some of the messages, because I don't use this deck that often, just so we know. So the first card that we have here is 31, and it's intention. And this position is asking, why is this issue difficult for me? Ooh. Whew. All right, this message about to get real deep, Libras. So I hope you are ready for what we're about to go through. So the intention card says, lacking personal direction begets confusion and life as a pawn to someone else's game of chess. So this issue that you're having is difficult for you to overcome right now. It's very challenging because of the intention behind it, and your intention as to how you're tackling it, as to how you're trying to attack it and go at it. All right. And I'm feeling like for some of you guys, maybe your intention isn't the most pure. And what I mean by that is not that you're looking to do something bad or you're trying to be deceptive or deceiving. Some of you guys could be going after something or really wanting something or someone here, and it's because you may feel empty. It's because you may feel like you don't fully accept yourself and you're looking for somebody to accept you. Your intention on why you may want something may be because, you know, you think it's going to bring you some sort of happiness or fulfillment that you're missing on the inside. And I think that there's a hole and a void inside of you that you need to fill here, okay? This reading is about to get deep, Libras. I hope you're still with me, because if you can get through this reading, I promise you there's going to be a light at the end of this tunnel. I can already see it. But it's just going to be about your openness to receive this message. All right. I'm never here to BS or to give messages to try to hurt people's feelings or to make people feel away. That's not my calling. All right. But I'm here to genuinely help everybody. We all have issues that we need to address and deal with in order for us to grow. But so many people want to have the good things in life, and they want to have all these accolades and reach all these pinnacles without going through the grunt work. And that's just not possible. We have to face what's on the inside of us, all right? So some of you guys, let's be real, you want something or someone here, and I'm hearing that it's for your own purpose. It's for your sole purpose. It's what I'm really hearing. Some of you guys want something or someone for your own satisfaction, not because it's healthy, not because it's healthy for the both of you, not because it's healthy for even you, but because you want this or this person. You just want to have it or have them. And so you need to start to look at your intention on why it is that you are so hell-bent towards something here, Libra. Is it because you are trying to replace something else that you feel like you're missing? Is it because you don't like to spend time alone? I'm really feeling like for a lot of you guys, you don't like to spend time alone. For some of you, spending too much time by yourself makes you think too much. You start to get very uncomfortable in your thoughts. All right, you start to like not want to be there for too long. Some of you guys could use gateway drugs to help ease this, you know. And I'm not judging if you do at all, but let's look at the reason why we do certain things. All right, this year God and spirit and the universe is trying to get your attention and ask you about your intentions, all right, behind why you do things. What is your intention? I feel like I have to keep repeating that. Okay. The second position is to ask, what important aspect of the issue am I not seeing? And this card is radical self-acceptance. I think these cards are supposed to be this way, if I'm being honest, because these fell out together. And either way is going to make sense. But I think that this is what you need to focus on. You know what? I'm going to leave the cards where they are, and I'm just going to read them both ways, to be honest with you. So, the issue that you're not seeing, and you can tell me which way it resonates for you personally, or if they both resonate, all right? But the important aspect of the issue that you're not seeing right now is the self-acceptance of this. And for some of you guys, this could be you accepting a role that you play. Yeah, okay, I'm feeling like this is the message because I'm getting chills already. So for some of you guys, it could be you accepting the role that you played in the situation at hand. Some of you guys could be feeling like you're completely innocent, and I'm just going to tell you from personal experience that it's a toxic belief to believe that you're in any situation and that you play absolutely no role or cause and effect in how things happen. All right, everything that we do is a reaction to another reaction, and how you react and how you respond will always determine in which direction the ball keeps rolling. You feel me? And so I just want to point that out before we have people that want to nudge away that notion or that idea. All right. And so radical self-acceptance says you are perceived the way you perceive yourself. All right. So I feel like some of you guys are struggling with your own image, your own self-image, of how do you come off to people when you're, I'm hearing in relationships, I'm hearing at work, when you're trying to get a new job, is what I'm really getting for some of you guys. Who are you? Who do you present yourself as? Do you talk about yourself negatively to people in a joking manner? You know, is that like a defense mechanism that you resort to because you do feel maybe crappy, and so you feel like if you make a joke about it first, people can't beat you to it? Or do you point out your insecurities because, you know, if you point it out first, somebody can't beat you to it? That's what I'm getting for some people here. For some of you guys, I'm hearing somebody here kind of has an attitude of, this is who I am, I'm going to be who I am. And there's nothing wrong with being true to yourself, but if who you are can use some growth or some growing up or some ascension or some ascending in the soul, then, you know, utilize that too. I feel like some of you guys don't fully want to address your shortcomings or the reasons behind why you do certain things. You know, some of you guys may have to really dig deep and not understand that it's not fun. I understand that it may hurt, you know, but coming into this next year, 2022 has the year to be such a great year, despite what it looks like on the outside with COVID and Omicron. Protect yourself, gear up. I'm not going to tell you to vaccinate or not to vaccinate. That's not my job, but protect yourself. You know, that's what I will say. I don't want to get too political on here because everybody has their own views and people get turned off very quickly, but protect yourself and have a great year, because 2022 is leading to so many possibilities for everybody. So let's address the things that we're holding on to, that's holding us back. Okay, Libras? And some of you guys are going to have to start to accept accountability in some of the situations, whether you are the person who is actively being deceptive or deceiving people, or whether you're the one actively being decepted and deceived. Whether you're on the first end of the spectrum or the other end, you need to ask, why am I being so deceptive to people? If you're the one constantly being deceived, why am I constantly being deceived? Why am I being so naive? Why do I trust certain people? Why do I fall for this? Or why do I treat other people this way? Why do I feel it's okay for me to do this? What is the reason? You know, and it's because if you just really simply don't care, or because you don't want this person to leave you, whichever end of the spectrum you're on, it's okay to admit that to yourself. You know, it's okay to say that. And you don't have to say it to everybody. You can say it literally to yourself in the shower, to yourself as you're going to bed, because you need to address something here. And acceptance is always the first step. You know? So it's something to look at. What is it? Because no, it's not you accepting it or addressing it right now. It doesn't just completely dissolve the issue overnight, you know? But it unlocks those gateways to dissolving that issue. You instantly unlock the doorway once you can realize what the issue is. I am super naive, or I'm super trusting, or I'm super deceptive, or I'm a big liar, or whatever it is, you know yourself, Libra. This is the time to be honest with yourself. You know, you can be watching this video by yourself. It's okay. Admit these things to you. Unlock that gateway to your healing right now. Because the next part we're going to get into, I cannot wait to see what these cards are down here. On what do I need to focus my attention on is this, what this placement asks. And you got the card emptied. I'm feeling like for a lot of you guys, you're a little bit older. I feel like whoever's watching this video, some of you guys are like probably like mid-20s, late 20s and up. I'm getting 30s, 40s. For some of you guys, honestly, I'm getting like mid-30s and 40s. Not that everybody here is in their like mid-30s or 40s, but I am getting like, you've experienced life. Whoever this is, you may, like, I'm getting very multifaceted. You may have a lot of different things under your belt in terms of experience, all right? Even if it doesn't come with a certification or a certificate or a degree or diploma, you know that you can account for a lot of different things that you've done in your life, a lot of different places you've been, a lot of different things in regards to life experience that you know you have under your belt, right? And I feel like a lot of you guys have been carrying a lot of damage, a lot of baggage with you for a long time over these years, all right? And it's time for you to focus on emptying out a lot of that baggage, all right, with this emptied card. You need to focus on emptying out that baggage. For those people who feel like they have the weight of the world on their shoulder, for the people who feel like they have all of this baggage on them, it's time for you to open the trash can up and just simply put all of that in the trash can coming into this next year. Of course, only if if you want to do that. As if you want to, you know, grow and ascend here. I just heard deceive. Somebody still wants to be deceptive, and that's okay. But that leads me to my other point that I'm making with this emptied card. It says the ending and beginning lies at either side of the same door. You feel me? So I'm telling you that a lot of you guys have this baggage that you're carrying and you need to release it. And for some of you guys, you don't want to. And for those who are on that spectrum, it's not everybody watching this video, but there's somebody with a sourpuss attitude, and I can feel it. And if you're watching the video and you made it this far, understand that this is all love. This is all love coming from me. You feel me? So open up your mind and your perspective to what I'm saying here. Because I most likely don't know you personally. And if I do know you personally, I probably don't even know what you're really going through. You know, I probably have no idea what this is. So, and I probably don't even know what you're watching this video, to be honest. But it's time for you to focus on also the fact that some of you guys, deep down, you feel empty. You're missing something. Like I said, in regards to why some of you guys are going so hard for something, why some of you guys are going so hard for someone, or why you feel like you need to have this in your life, why you need to do this, why you need to be with this person, whatever that is for you, it's going back to the fact that some of you guys feel empty. Like I said, there's this hole and this void that you're trying to fill. All right. And that could come from years of packing on all of this baggage and never dropping it. So never knowing where some of your emotions are stemming from. You don't know if it's stemming from this current relationship or a past relationship that you never healed, you know, because you're packing it on, and you need to empty this out. Libras, you need to empty this out. Wow, this is such a great reading. I'm feeling it for somebody. This is really such a great reading. It's going to start with unpacking these things one by one, little by little, day by day. You don't need to address everything all at once, every day. But it's about being more mindful every day. Being more mindful of the actions that you make, the actions that you take, the way that you react, the way that you respond, the reasons why you do things, the reasons why you're so adamant about something, the reasons why you maneuver it this way instead of maneuvering that way. I was also getting that message in pre-shuffle before I turned the camera on. The deck that I'm going to use to clarify right over here. I saw that some of you guys were contemplating doing something manipulative. I don't know if it's in regards to a person, but it's in regards to whatever this reading is for you. Whatever you do with intentions of, maybe that's not the most pure intention, because some of you guys, that's what it is here. The reasons behind why you do something. And I see right after that, the Empress card fell out upright. And it was so beautiful to me. So I'm like, yes, we're going into the Libra reading. And like, they're standing in their energy. They're standing in their, in who they are meant to be. And I love to see that with everybody and with everybody's sign. We all do things that are less favorable. We all do things because we're human. You know, we're not perfect, and that's okay to admit. But when you realize that, and you start correcting your mistakes, and you start to address the reasons why you do things, you start to feel better. You start to feel lighter. You start to breathe easier again. You know, you start to get your things back on track. You start to get your own self back on track. You feel me? And that's what some of you guys need to do here. You know, in order to fill this void of feeling empty, start doing things to get your life back on track. What do you like to do for fun? You know, what do you like to do that's fun and is with good, pure intentions? And it doesn't involve needing someone else involved, you know? That's what I'm getting. Some people here don't know how to be alone. I think I said that at the beginning of the video. I don't fully remember, to be honest. But somebody here does have a problem being alone. And you need to address that issue as to why. Some of you guys can't sit with yourself long enough because you can't accept all your flaws. Look at this lady. She has one full boob and the other one looks like she could have got it lost through to breast cancer. If that's somebody's situation here, I am very sorry about that. My apologies to whoever has to go through that. But it's time to love yourself unconditionally here. Flaws and all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You feel me? You want somebody else to love you, but if you can't start loving you first all the way, baby, this card says you are perceived the way you perceive yourself. So if you can't start loving you all the way, how's somebody else supposed to? I feel like I'm out here preaching, like I'm out here Pastor Wade. And I'm not B Wade anymore, y'all. It's Pastor Wade. Address me correctly. It's like, nah. All right, so this position, this card says, what are my resources? Libra, goddamn, y'all. Your resources, confusion. It's confusion. You're confused AF. You don't know which way to go. You don't know what to do. Look at how this man is lying in a pool of water. Where is he at? He's like washed up on the sand. Oh, this is a lady. She's washed up on the sand and she's just taking so much pleasure in how the water is covering her. Look at her. Look at the piece she's found. Let me try to focus this. Okay, there we go. And she has a bottle laying on top of her. Looks like some malt liquor, some wine. It could be some good wine. I don't know what she's drinking, but she's definitely tapped out. And she is having fun. She's enjoying. She's taking comfort in all of this confusion. Look at the background. There's lightning. The card is very dark. I'm seeing earthy cards and dark cards for you guys here. There may be a need for some of you guys to get out into nature. I'm feeling like some of you guys may not fully like it. Maybe some of you guys need to buy more plants, is what I'm hearing. But be more open to nature, some of you. Some of you guys do like it. But be more open to nature, all right? What is this? Confusion says growth hurts, heals, and harnesses a way through the uncertainty. Whew, one more time. Confusion says growth hurts, heals, and harnesses a way through the uncertainty. So you don't know what you're doing right now. I'm hearing some of you guys are just doggy paddling. And like, you don't know which direction you're doggy paddling in. And again, that goes back to the start of the reading, intention. Which way are you going? Why are you going in that direction? Why are you doing that? Why are you making that move? Why are you going there? Where do you want to be? I'm seeing the wake up call pop out in my oracle deck. And I'm seeing where do you want to be in 5 years? What do you want in 10 years? Are you taking those steps every day to get you in that direction? What is your intention? You know, it's all about your intention. Some of you guys are listening to all the wrong resources. Some of you guys are listening to all of the wrong people. For Libras, I do often get the choose friends wisely card as well from that same deck. I'm going to pull that deck at the end of this, and we're going to see what cards come out. Because I'm going to be freaking shook if those same two cards come out. All right. So you need to not trust everybody. The last soul diving reading I did for you guys, I think it was back in May, it said the same thing, that you need to stop trusting tricksters. All right. And so some of you guys need to stop trusting other people so much. Some people's advice is really crappy and is leading you astray. This is for somebody. Oh, I feel the tingles, y'all. Somebody here is taking really crappy advice from somebody. You need to start to ask yourself, does this person really have the life that I want? Even if they're in a relationship, ask yourself, do they really have the relationship that I really desire to have? Do I really want a relationship like theirs? You feel me? And if the answer is no, then you're probably not taking advice from the right person. If you're taking advice from a parent who never had a successful relationship in their life, and they're always being so hard on you, like, never accept this, never do this, men don't do this, women can't do this. If they're inflicting those beliefs on you, guess what? You're taking advice from a wrong person, another person that you shouldn't be taking advice from, because they don't even have a relationship to save their life. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to folks, but you got to start looking at where your resources are coming from. And so it's confusing you, because for some of you guys, you may have the intention to do something. You're like, oh, I want to do something. I feel like I should do this. And somebody may come through like, nah, I don't think you should do that. I think that's a bad idea. Nah, just let it die. Like, let it go. And you could be feeling like in your heart of hearts, nah, I think this is the right decision for me to make. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit, y'all. You can feel like this is the right decision for you to make, and somebody could talk you out of it, and you're listening to them instead of genuinely following what's on your heart and in your insides. And some of you guys could be doing this confusingness or whatever to yourself, where you're like trying to be super logical, is what I'm seeing for some of you guys. Seeing that you're trying to be super logical, like, no, this doesn't make sense, so I'm not going to do that because they're acting like this to me, or they're doing that. But deep down in your heart is saying, do something, do this, or do this differently, or go and do this, or do it like this. And you're like talking yourself out of it because of the way things look. Everything isn't always how it looks, because miracles are intangible. Usually they are happening without us seeing it, you know? Like, it may bring something tangible in for you, but a lot of miracles happen and they're intangible. There's no logic to why it happened. There's no proof as to what really caused it to happen, but it happened, right? You couldn't have planned for that. You may have had a feeling that said, do this, do that, and you did it. And then a miracle happened, and it didn't make sense why you did it. There was no logic there, but you felt it telling you and calling you to do something. Do it, y'all, or don't do it. If it's saying don't do it, listen to it. But that's your intuition speaking to you. Use it. You don't need to keep listening to other people, all right? And don't sit in this space of misery and discomfort and confusion. Don't get comfortable with gateway drugs. If that's your go-to right now, some of you guys are drinking heavily, ease up. Especially because COVID is out. For somebody needs to hear this. If you're thinking about going to the bar this week or this weekend or something, or hanging out with mad people, I'm hearing you need to reconsider, because COVID. I'm really getting it. You don't have to listen to me. You could say I'm vaccinated, whatever. But I'm feeling like some of your desire to be around other people right now may really drive you into getting sick. And that's a real feeling for somebody here. So, like I said, you don't have to listen to me, but don't say you weren't warned. And then this card, this position asks, what do I need to do differently? It says transitions. A lot of you guys have really been going through the ringer. I'm feeling it. Some of you guys are really overworked. Some of you guys can be really overworked emotionally and mentally and spiritually, and of course physically, all right? And I feel like it's been this way for some of you guys for a while, for a minute. You could just been working and working and working. Some of you guys are older, or you've had to mature faster than others because you had to maybe take care of family or take care of other people or something like that, is what I'm getting. And it's like I said, it's been taking a toll on some of you guys in your body. Some of you guys need to really relax and take a break or something, vacation. Ooh, I'm not gonna say what I was just thinking, but transitions. This card is number 37. Okay, let me get her face in it. And you see how she looks so worn and weary, but she's transitioning. This is her passing over, right? Oh, wow. I'm really, like, really analyzing this card for once. And it says, you have all of the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise on your path. Whew. Okay, so let's start back over. This position asks, what do I need to do differently? The transition card says, you have all of the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise on your path. I'm hearing don't burn bridges, all right? But you need to realize, like I said earlier, you have the ability to respond differently. You have the ability to choose how you react and how you respond to situations. If you choose to not be truthful, or if you choose to not say what's fully on your mind, or if you choose to not do what's truly on your heart to do, you're only hindering yourself. You're changing your own life trajectory. You're changing the path that you're going on. You're moving in a different pathway now because you're not staying true to your intentions and to your purpose, all right? You're not staying true to your desire to grow in a healthy manner. So each time you do something that goes against your growth, remember, you're paving your path on a different, in a different direction from the way that you're telling yourself you want to go. So do things with intention. When you're talking to people, if you feel like you're chasing the person, why are you chasing the person? You know? Because what if you chasing this person and there's somebody else that the universe or God is sending to you, and you miss them because you're so busy chasing somebody else who doesn't want to be chased, or they're doing it so that way that you can chase them because they like to be chased, and that's the thrill of it for them, and it's over now, you know? And then you miss out on something else. So what are your intentions? It's time to ask yourself that, so that way you can do things differently. You can make different decisions. That's what I'm getting. There's a lot here because a lot of this is going back to your intimacy and affecting how you deal with people and relationships. I do feel like some of you guys have a relationship that you really want to repair here, that you may really want to work on. And I feel like it's possible if you can do all of these things here, starting with self-acceptance and getting to the root of your emptiness and why you feel empty and why you feel like you may have all this baggage on you, and releasing this baggage and not being stubborn, because I was seeing that resistance. Some of you guys are being stubborn to what's happening to you in life. You're trying to keep so much control on the wheel, and it's time for you to let things happen. If somebody has passed away, I'm sorry. Again, it's saying that you have what it takes to deal with this. If somebody left you recently to move over to the other side, it's because they know that they gave you everything that they were supposed to give you before they left. They gave you everything that you're going to need, and they're going to be with you throughout this time for the rest of eternity, okay? They're going to be looking out for you and looking over you. They didn't leave you hanging, I swear. That's what I'm getting. Somebody, if they really passed over, they didn't leave you hanging. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, 5 hearts came out. Look at that. Look what's at the bottom of the damn deck. The Justice card. Stop playing with me. That's my Libra card, right? Come on, y'all. And you're showing up upright. You're going to get it together. You're going to get it together in 2022. And I love to see it. You're not going to be happy about having to do things differently. Listen, growth is mad uncomfortable. My mentor taught me this years back, and I'm so glad she taught me that. When you're doing something and it doesn't feel right, like let's say you're not used to apologizing to people and you know that you're messed up, and this is just an example, y'all, so don't stone me. Like, that's not me, all right? Because quite frankly, I don't care if it is you or if it's not. This reading is to help you, not to come at you. And some of y'all be like wilding out in my comments like, oh my God, like, bruh, hit dogs holler. So if you in my comments hollering, I'm going to assume that this reading hits you somewhere that it hurts. Okay? So think about that before y'all comment wild stuff. But some of y'all are really not going to like the growth process because it's going to be very uncomfortable. So like I said, let's say you're used to not apologizing to people and you're like, damn, like there's somebody that you really care about, or that you don't want to lose as a friend, or that you don't want to lose as a lover, or a family member who is really about to stop talking to you for good, and you don't want that to happen. It may feel more comfortable to be more destructive and to keep adding on to the damage by giving the attitude or by not reaching out to apologize, and may feel like, well, they shouldn't have said this, they shouldn't have did that, or I don't think I did anything wrong. Instead of, it may feel comfortable to do that, especially if that's how you've always been responding to situations. It may be uncomfortable to reach out to a person and be like, you know what, I'm sorry for X, Y, and Z, or I apologize, or I did this, that, or the other to you, and it was wrong. Whatever the case is, it's going to be super uncomfortable, yo. Especially the first time you do it, you're probably not going to want to hit send on that message. But after you do it, I swear to God, it's like a shackle is unleashed off of you. I swear. Even if you don't get the response you wanted, that does not matter, because the lesson here was for you to learn to do something differently. It does not matter if you don't get the response you wanted, because you are not doing this for the response that you wanted. You're doing this for your growth. You're doing this so that you can get better at doing this more often, so that way eventually it becomes second nature to you, and that way now you're on the pathway of consistently making better decisions, because you got so used to doing what was uncomfortable that now it's comfortable, and what was uncomfortable is what's healthy for you. So once you get comfortable doing the uncomfortable, which is what's healthy, it's going to be second nature for you. It's like changing your diet, and it's super hard at first, but the more you do it, the more you work out, the more it's second nature, the more you can't see yourself living without it, right? Some people were like, nah, I'm not on that fitness journey yet. I just heard that. But when you get there, you're going to understand what I mean, all right? And for those of you who are, you know what I'm saying. So I'm sorry that this message is like kind of long. I really hope y'all watch this message because it's good. But yeah, some of you guys' intentions are not good. They're shady. We're going to be real. A lot of you guys' intention are very focused on how it affects you and no one else. What you guys can get out the situation. This is the Five of Swords. All right. It's very much you look out for your own best interests and no one else's. All right, we're gonna call a spade a spade. And usually I don't think the Five of Swords is a really terrible card. I don't. I think that for the most part you really should look out for yourself, because if you don't, who else will? But it's coming off to the point that it is very deceptive here, because this is crowning the main issue of this reading, which is your intentions and why you do things. What's your intentions behind why you do things? Wow, that is freaking nuts how that fell out. You guys need to drop the guard on seeing who you are. You need to start to perceive yourself as who you are. Some of you guys could be lying to others about who you are, wearing one persona and really being a different person. It's time for you guys to release that mask and drop that, okay? It's time for that to go bye-bye. And over here, yeah, you guys do not nurture yourselves properly at all. Some of you guys spend so much time trying to be a people pleaser and pleasing other folks is what I'm getting. All right, stop being a people pleaser. I know I just said to stop looking out for always for your best interests, but let me explain to you what I really feel like this is. Okay, Libras, I'm about to rip the Band-Aid off. If you never watch another video, I'm sorry, but I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. My mama is a Libra, so trust and believe me, this really ain't no shade. But Libras like to lie. And I know we know that. But Libras like to lie to avoid conflict. All right? A lot of Libra, and if you don't lie, kudos to you. We'll give you a doggy biscuit later. All right? This message is for those who need it. Take the part out that does not apply to you. But also, some of y'all are definitely in denial about lying. I'm going to just call it a spade. Libras lie to avoid drama. Libras lie to avoid hurting people's feelings. And what it does is it backfires and it causes all of the drama, and it hurts people's feelings way more than had you just told them the truth. You feel me? And so that's what I mean by people pleasing, is you want to always give people the answer that they want to hear. All right? Especially if it's going to benefit you. So you can people please people and it could be deceptive, but it's benefiting you to some capacity. But then in the end, it all crumbles and comes back and it hits you in the face. All right? And this is what I'm saying about you guys packing on all of this baggage and not knowing when to release it. You don't need to please everybody. If a person doesn't accept you for who you are, listen, back to self-acceptance. Who are you? Who do you show people that you are? If a person don't accept you for who you are, for who you show them you are at the beginning, that's not a person you should want in your life. Because eventually, you're going to have to drop the act. Eventually, you're going to have to drop the mask. Eventually, you're going to have to show them that this is really who I am. Take it or leave it. Love me or leave me. That's really what I'm getting. If this isn't everybody's message, I'm sorry. But you guys really need to hear this. Some of you guys take comfort in the gateway drugs. Some of you guys take comfort in drinking. Some of you guys take comfort in the confusion. Some of you guys like to be there. Some of you guys take comfort in listening to the wrong people, because they feed your ego to some degree. These could be some of the same people that you're drinking with, some of the same people that you're doing gateway drugs with, and you're just happily indulging in that toxicity. So think about that and be aware of that, because this card is saying you're not nurturing yourself how you should be. Like, I'm not going to say bump everybody's feelings, because this is like I'm kind of telling you to do the opposite things, but it's really the same thing. So from the beginning, you need to be straight up. F what a person going to say to you off the rip. If you tell a person, hey, I'm only looking for X, Y, and Z, and they say F you because they're mad and their feelings hurt, oh, well, that's on them. Their feelings are hurt. That's their problem, not yours. But once you get a person involved, once you get a person's feelings attached, and then you say something like, oh, I'm only looking for this, then you are deceptive, then you hurt the person's feelings, and that's what you're trying to avoid. So from the beginning, the person's like, no, F you, F them, who cares? But don't do something so that you get the outcome you want, and then once you got the outcome you wanted, now it's like, okay, I can't keep this act up any longer. I can't keep being this person. Now I have to tell the truth. Then that's what the issue comes into place. And for some of you guys, you're dealing with people like this. All right. So if this isn't you, that means that you are a very evolved Libra, and this reading is not your reading. But maybe there's bits and pieces that you can take from it, and that's helpful. All right. But the most helpful thing here is going to be you understanding that you're not going to want to transition. You're not going to want to do the work. Oh, look how this just flipped out my hand. It came up right. But you're going to do the work. I freaking love it. I love it, y'all. Because the Justice card is still here at the bottom upright. You're going to do the work. This reading is going to touch somebody. And I know it is. It's going to hit somebody. And can you just give me a thumbs up if this is you, please? Please help me push this message out to more people, y'all. Give me the subscribe. I love you all. Let me get this advice card from this deck and see what pops out, because I'm pretty sure your reading is the longest reading now. I need to hurry up before this video cut off. Give me some advice from my Libras, God, Spirit, Universe, Angels, and Ancestor Guides. I may not be able to add my intro now because y'all reading so long. And I don't be having the storage, y'all. Give me some more advice, my Libras. Ooh. All right. Build on solid ground. Wow. Retreat. I keep getting this for Libras. Some of y'all don't like to be alone, and you need to learn how to be alone without the drugs, without the friends, without the toxicity, without the negativity, without other people distracting you from your issues. Look, do something different. It's going to be very uncomfortable. So each time you're making a decision and it's uncomfortable, Libras, Son, tell me I'm a liar. Tell me I'm a liar. What card is, I told you that was gonna, Libra, choose friends wisely. Stop playing with me, yo. It always comes out for y'all. Stop playing. These cards fell out. I did not pick them. They fell on the floor and I picked them up one by one and flipped them over. Do something differently. I've been telling you that to grow, you're going to have to do something differently. You need to choose your friends wisely in 2022, Libras. Y'all gonna make me come over there and cut them off for y'all with the big sharp hand scissors. Stop playing with me. But I'm getting a little hood and ghetto on here, so let me calm down. I love you all. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I hope this really did help you, all right? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And smooches.